Good morning, people, and welcome to this chat. Well, I'll be around for around about half an hour. We will be discussing this and that, and that's what I call an English chat. So stick around. Hello, we welcome Lionel. Lionel, am I pronouncing it well? Lionel.
Yes, exactly.
Where are you? Okay, very good. Where are you right now?
So right now I'm
Where do you
home,
live?
and I currently live in the RC, especially in Matadi town. I'm from
All
Congo.
right. Well,
The
that's
R.
great. Oh, that sounds good. Very
Okay.
big nation, right? Your
Yes.
country is
Yes.
famous for so many things.
Yes. We.
Right. So how is the atmosphere over there? It's
Sorry.
Saturday. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me first. I think you wanted to make a point here, so feel free. Go ahead.
So what was the question?
No, no, no. I just want to let you make your point. I think you were saying something and I cut you off. Did I cut you on?
Okay. I wanted to say that we're blessed. Our country is blessed because we got a lot of things in our country. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
Yes.
natural resources, and there is this paradox of DRC being the richest country in the world in terms of natural resources, but economically at the bottom of the list. So that's a big issue. I think it has to do with you know politics and leadership. That's probably the reason why all these resources haven't been leveraged, but time will
Okay.
tell. I believe Africa is on the right track, so time will tell.
All
Good.
right. But
So
even though the
yeah,
population doesn't I mean, take advantage of it, all these, beautiful thing, because the population
yeah,
still suffering. Yes,
yeah. That's the thing. Unfortunately, that's the sad reality, not only in your country but in many African countries.
yeah,
So we hope that things will get better soon. I think it will take not more than a decade for everything to be scooped up. There is a massive thing happening right now on the continent. A lot of work in progress. We have a rising generation that is determined to break out of the cycle of corruption, and it's all about education. That's the
yes,
strongest weapon for development and against everything we fight against neocolonialism and bad leadership and so on and so forth. So now I have been observing a few things in your country, and apparently politically you guys are on the right track. It's going to get better. Hello, this is Mr. Kwame. Unfortunately, it's noisy over there. Can you hear me, Mr. Kwame? Oh,
Yes, sir.
sorry.
I
It's
hear you
it's
very
also
much.
freezing. I think you have
Mr.
to.
Kwame, agree, Mr. Kwame.
Is this Kwame
Yes,
from
I'm there. I'm
Ghana
there.
or from Cote d'Ivoire?
From
Cote d'Ivoire. All
We
right,
can
very
barely
good.
hear you.
Yeah, I think it's a network issue because it froze at first, but I guess he can hear us, just that we catch him with latency. But
Yes.
yeah, he's gonna keep track. He's gonna keep track. All right. So, how is it over there in your country today? How is the atmosphere? Are you
uh,
currently in which city are you right now, Lionel?
Okay. Thank you for the question. So right now I'm in Matadi, as I said, the Kiko. I'm in Matadi, and
Ah,
things are moving smoothly right now. Okay, though it's sunny It's really
Sunny.
hot.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
it's really
I
hot.
can
Yeah,
imagine. Okay,
because
yeah, I
in
I
Matadi
was
we got
going
a
to
lot
ask
of
what's the weather like. Go ahead, tell me. Yeah.
in Matadi. Yeah, in Matadi we got a lot of, how can I say it? Kind of mountains. Okay, we got a lot of
Yeah.
mountains. Okay. Uh,
Mm. Yeah. You have mountains. You have a good, beautiful landscape, picturesque.
yes.
I've seen a few things there. Actually, I haven't had a chance to visit your country, but I hope to be able to do so soon. I'm planning. I mean, that's something I've been contemplating for a while. I don't know when exactly it will happen, but I have been. Um, I am considering maybe what I can call a doing what I can call it an Africa Tower, right? An Africa Tower,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Starting with the top five or seven countries, or maybe cities. I think it would be ideal with cities, because if you want to explore a country, that's worth a long trip itself by itself. So I think just spanning across different different towns or capitals, that would be quite interesting.
Every
Um,
Arab been right here.
Sorry.
Every Arab been right here
Oh no
in
no
my
no!
country.
I've never been there.
Okay.
I'm planning to be there to visit your country. I don't know when exactly, but I that's a must do.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You,
Very
you
good.
should
So yeah.
you should better
I
to come in our capital, Kinshasa. Do you know Kinshasa?
Yeah. Oh, I've never been there, but I surely know. I do know Kinshasa, famous for good music,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the atmosphere there as well is very vibrant. I can
So
imagine.
good. So good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that would be nice. What about you, Kwame? Where are you now? In which city or town do you live? Okay, unfortunately, he is struggling with the network. He has poor signal from what I can see and hear. All right. Anyway, so Lionel, tell me a bit about what you do for a living.
Okay. Actually, I work with some Chinese people. I'm like a translator. Yes.
Good.
Yes. Because I manage to speak English, as you can see.
Yeah, you're
I
doing
do my
well.
best. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. This is what I'm doing for a living right now. Okay.
Okay, well, that's good. Do you also speak Chinese?
No. 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 I don't
Mandarin, I
know
mean,
how to speak.
Chinese Mandarin.
Yes,
Yeah.
so it seems to be
Mm.
so complicated.
Yeah, that's a hard thing. That's uh, to crack. Um, anyway, I think what you're doing is quite interesting. You know, I used to be a translator and interpreter. Then I had to branch out into something that came across as a true calling, teaching,
Okay.
and that's what I've been doing for the past 10 years, right, or more.
Wow.
I mean, I've been teaching for more than 10 years, for over 12, 13, but full time, or let's say as a proper career choice. I would say I've been doing so for the past huh maybe 7 years, right? But teaching is
Yes.
always been a passion, and that's something I used to do even when I was in high school, right? So if we want to count that, that's a lot of time. That's a whole lot of time. But then teaching as such as a properly lucrative activity, I've been doing it for over 10 years. And I have loved every single second of this experience. Have you tried that as well, teaching?
Okay, yes, because I got a center in my town, in my downtown. I got a
Yeah.
center, and I try to, to give people a hand in order to, you know, teach them
You,
English. Yeah. Yes.
yeah, you're doing well. You know, the first thing that captures my attention when I hear you is your accent. You don't have the typical Congolese accent, right? So I can see that
Thank you.
you've worked hard to achieve this level, and very few people can do it, can achieve it. So that's commendable. So
Yes. Thank you.
I'm curious about what's behind it. How did you achieve that? Is it a natural thing? Is it a gift, or have you worked on it?
Can you say I worked on it because the first time it was my brother. My brother
Mm,
used to speak English, all right? And back of the time, he told me, Liner, I want to teach you English, okay? I
yeah.
said, I didn't think twice that I jumped in the action. I said, yes, I want to know. Let's
Wow.
jump right in, okay? And then I started learning English, and in 2021, till today, uh, till learn this beautiful language. Yeah, I do my best.
Yeah.
That uh, though it's ain't easy, in my country, especially in my childhood, right? In my quartier,
Your neighborhood.
uh, neighborhood, all right? Thank you. In my neighborhood, because I'm surrounded with people who don't speak English. Okay, I can say I'm the one. Okay, I'm the only one who speak English in my neighborhood. Okay, not
Yeah.
easy. So I used to speak with people on WhatsApp and on Facebook, like this, like we're talking with you.
Mm.
I talk online, yeah, but
Oh,
it's
great.
not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, and I can tell it's been a long journey, hard work. So,
How?
you know,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, what would you say to those who try but can't achieve it? Because I've heard so many people telling me they have been tirelessly trying, but they just couldn't make it. They, so they have, you know, I mean, they're accurate, they are fluent, so they have good, um, language skills. They are proficient in English, but they just can't sound natural, like an American or British or an Australian or stuff like that. What would you tell these people? Do you think it is achievable by everyone, or maybe you just need to work on an existing skill, an existing talent? There is what they call phonetic aptitude. They so a lot of research uh, was done in this area, and there are controversial findings, right? So they talk about a phonetic aptitude that some people have, and that's what prompts them to sound native. So you have it naturally, it's there, but you have to work on it, and over time it just comes to form, right? Do you think that's it, and that's the case for you? Maybe you had it already, and then maybe some people just don't have it and they can't make it.
Okay. Thank you for the question. I think everyone can make it if you work hard on yourself. Okay, because when I started learning English, I didn't have these accents. Okay, at the beginning of my journey. All right, so I work. I've been working harder on it. Day in and day out. Every single day, every single time. I try to create my own accent to be to sound great like an American. That was
Yeah,
my dream. So I can say now I achieve it because I work hard to get these accents, right?
yeah,
And everyone can achieve it. You have to be consistent and
mm,
you know to be consistent and work hard on yourself. Okay.
yeah.
Don't even think to give up one day. Okay. So everyone give up when they think I can say they they don't see the results, okay, of their journey.
Okay, so you said that is not how you sounded initially. You had to work on it and make it. So how long did it take you so that the audience can have an idea of how long it can take someone to make it?
I can say uh, one year, 1 year.
Oh, oh, that's great.
Yeah,
And
1 year.
I'm curious about the intensity, the work intensity, right? So if you remember, how often or how long were your practice sessions? Did you even count time when you were practicing? Like maybe setting a 2 hours or 3 or 4 hours goal on a daily basis? Did you do something similar?
Now I don't
They
set a
say a
schedule or
goal is smart and the T is time bound, right? So did you
yeah.
like set a time bound goal?
I didn't set a time by goal. I just work without having any plan. I just
Mm,
work every single day, every single time when I feel free at home. I
right.
work. I used to
Uh,
watch American movie, TV
mhm.
show, something like this. Yeah,
Were 30 minutes enough, or did you do more than that in average?
more than that, more than
More than
that.
that, hours,
Yes,
hours on a daily basis, right? Because that's an
yes,
immersion. You're living in a French-speaking country, so for you to achieve a natural accent and develop your listening, you need to spend a lot of time in touch with the language. Just like a
yes,
baby is exposed to the language for an extended period of time until they start exteriorizes what they have figured out. So I believe it's I mean, I don't know. Based on what you said, I suppose it's gonna be similar to me. In my case, I didn't really count time. To be honest, I was just passionate about it, and
yes.
I would just passionately work and practice, and that's it. So sometimes it would be easily 50% of my day. So like 6 to 7 hours, as we are typically active during I think for like 15 or 16 hours a day, right? So I did put in a lot of work, and that was a lot of time spent practicing. So
Okay.
I guess that's your point as well. Okay. Now, at this stage where you are today, where you've achieved fluency in English, fluency not only in the form, so the pronunciation, but also the content, your words choice and everything. You sound good. You are even an interpreter. Have you stopped working as hard as you used to?
Sorry. What is the
Le-
question?
le-
Sorry.
do you still work as hard as you used to before, or have you
Yes.
have you stopped working hard now that you've made it?
Now I didn't stop working hard. I still working hard till today. So far. Yeah,
Wow,
I
you
can't
practice
stop
every day.
learning. I can't stop learning. hmm
Okay, so how do you
I
practice
do
now?
love
Is it any
language
different from how you used to do it?
because I got a lot of occupation. In my life now. I don't get time that I had before back of the time, and I try to watch American movie, and I also do this kind of exercises we call a shadowing. Okay, this is what I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, you do
Mo-
shadowing.
mo-
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah. I'm shadowing, and most of the time I watch American movie. That really helped
Great.
me to improve my listening skills. My way of
Mhm.
speaking. Everything. All right.
Yeah, that's good. I used to shadow Barack Obama, John Bicro, and a few other very eloquent speakers from British to Americans.
All right. I used to shadow Denzel Washington.
Oh
He's my favorite
yeah,
one.
that's the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's this guy is very relevant.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed by his ability to voice his mind in such a subtle and spontaneous and forthcoming way. When they ask him a question, in just a few seconds he would just give you the best possible answer with very simple words, and it makes perfect sense, and it talks to your
Yes.
it talks to you, it speaks to your soul. He has this
All right.
ability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like this man.
Yeah. I have a question. I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, where are you born?
I was born in I was born in Cote d'Ivoire, let's say.
For
I
sure.
was born in Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah, yeah, I'm Ivorian. Where do
So,
you think I
so
uh-huh.
how did you get these accents? And because you're so wonderful. I've been following you on Facebook. Yeah,
Yeah.
you are one of my favorite coach. I can say you are my mentors. Yeah,
Wow, 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 wow. Glad to
yeah.
hear that, man. Glad to hear that. Well, just like you, I would say I was born in a French speaking country, and I have learned English by myself,
Wow.
um, practicing every day, setting clear goals, smart goals, and just going for it. That's it. That's how it happened. You know, I can't tell what exactly I've done in the process. What I can tell you is that I was disciplined and consistent and time told. That's how it came about. Yeah,
Okay, that was
that's
great.
that's how it came about. Basically, I was telling someone yesterday that um, the your level of fluency in a language, so in English in this case, reflects the value you attach to the language, and the importance you give to it in your daily routine,
All
right?
right.
So
All right.
that's it. Basically, how you speak a language speaks volume about how you see that language, and and the place it has in your daily routine, in your life, I would say. So some people can have an advanced level in English. They can be very good at doing tests and exercises and exams and some of the things, but if they don't dedicate a lot of time to practice, and especially speaking practice,
All
they
right.
will
All
not
right.
be able to sound um, impressive, natural, I would say, right? So that's the thing. How you sound is um, the result of the time you've spent practicing the language, is the result of the place of the language, and of speaking practice, especially in your life, in your daily routine. So when somebody asks me, why am I stuck? The first question I would ask them is, how often do you practice your English on a daily basis? Not even on a
Yeah.
weekly basis, daily basis. I had this mindset when I was working on English. Like, I was a diehard English learner. I remember I would not skip a day as long as I could, because I believed skipping a day would tantamount to um, just backsliding. This is how I see it. I believe that the competition is so, and okay, so now when I talk about competition, then I talk about teaching and I talk about all these things, right? But as a competitive person back in the days, I considered myself in a race, right? So we have other people just like me who trying to do better than me, right? Everybody is trying to do better than themselves and the people around. Better than going beyond the limits, I would say.
Yes, yes. Go
And
to the
what I
extreme
used to
higher.
do exactly, exactly. So the thing is, this is how I saw it. You are in a constant race for survival. If you stop, you don't pause. If you stop,
Yeah.
you backslide. You do not stagnate. I don't believe in such a thing as stagnation. If you stop because people are moving on and are making progress, that means you backslide. You don't stagnate. So the thing is, I wouldn't drop a day. If I miss a day, I have to work twice as hard on the following day.
Wow.
Exactly. I have to catch up on it. So,
Yeah.
so, so that's how it is. Because when you're learning the language in the French speaking country, you are handicapped. You are handicapped. I've never lived in an English speaking country. So I know just for that I'm handicapped. I would have been much better, way much better if I had had the chance to live just even for 1 or 2 years in an English speaking country. That has never happened in my life, right?
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
been to the
Hmm.
US or such places. So for you to be competitive enough to sound as natural as the people who were born there or those who have learned the language over there, you really need to be rigorous and
Hmm.
I would say determined and disciplined. So that's basically how it is.
Yeah. That is so great. That is just fantastic.
Yeah.
If you can, how can I say it? If you can value my English level, what would you say about me? Because I'm
Mhm.
lack of many things. Okay, how will you
Yeah.
judge my English level? Because
I
you
think you
are,
sound. Mhm. No. I think you
because
sound advanced. This is clear. You're not intermediate. You are advanced. You are an advanced speaker of English. All right. So we are all in a constant learning process. So we all make mistakes, and we all have to learn from our mistakes.
okay.
Um, by the time you start believing that you are better than the others and you've made it, that will be the start of your downfall. So that should never
Mhm.
be a thing. Never happen at all.
All
You're
right,
always
all right.
learning. Exactly. I'm learning from even my students. Sometimes I could be talking to them and then they will use a term that I'm not familiar with. And then I ask and now, oh, wow, that's great. Right. So the other day I was having this conversation and then I asked a student, it was a participant in one of our activities. And then I asked them, how are
I
you
have some
doing? And then he said, I'm doing terrific. And then I took doing terrific literally, while now in modern English, the meaning of terrific has evolved. It doesn't come, I mean, it is not, it hasn't kept its etymological meaning, which has to do with terror. Now it means something positive. It means you're doing well, you're doing fantastic, right? And so on and so forth. Another student would say I'm this or I'm that and so on and so forth, and I just learned from that. And I watch videos of other teachers. Sometimes when I'm on social media, I just watch other people. The key is to stay humble and learn from everyone, basically, and
Yeah.
never pretend to know more than the others. Never try to lecture the others in the public place as well. That's a big mistake. You should never try to do these type of things. Having the pretension to come and lecture other people's in the public place, pretending that you know more than the others, terrible thing to do. Right. So that's the thing. The key is also humility. You can learn from every single person you have around. Every single person around can teach you something. And that's not just about English learning. It's about skills as in general. It's life, basically. If you the you know, huh, there is this saying, I don't remember who exactly said it, but he said, I think it was a scientist who said, I think was it Einstein or I don't know, one of them, right? He said, the more I learn, the less I know, right? The more I learn, the less I know. So the more I learn, the more I realize my limits, my flaws, and that's it. So the more you learn, the more you realize that wow, there's so many things that I'm not aware of. So if you play this game of arrogance and um, and pride, you will find somebody on your way to put you off, to put you down, and that will be a very bad experience for you, and especially if it happens in the public place. um you know you don't want to learn the hard way. You just want to learn the normal way, and that's it. So that's a piece of advice I'm giving to anybody listening to us who is already doing great, who is doing great already, just like you.
Yeah, thank you.
Stay
Thank you,
humble.
sir.
Yeah, stay humble and keep learning from anyone around, and do not have the pretension to know more than other people who maybe started learning the language after you, or who maybe have less years of experience, or even your students. Value your students because they may know things that you don't even know. There is one thing
Yeah,
I usually say, that teaching teaches, right? The first person to benefit from teaching is the teacher. Right? In the teaching process, in the material designing process, you will be the first one to learn a lot of stuff. Sometimes I have to teach a lesson. I really know, like, I'm very familiar with the concepts, but then I wanna dig in and come up with the best approach and the most comprehensive content, like material. So I start exploring many things and I start learning more, and that's how we learn. That's how you learn, right? So yeah,
okay,
that's it.
okay.
That's the key thing.
So another question is which language, which language do you often speak in your daily life? Is that English or not, or your mother
Spanish.
tongue?
It's Spanish.
Spanish?
Spanish. The language I speak the most is Spanish. Yeah, because I'm currently in Madrid. I live in Spain.
Oh wow, wow,
Yeah,
wow. That's great.
I've been living in Spain
Yeah.
for years. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's not the language I'm mostly fluent in, or at in. But I do speak Spanish more than English and French on a daily basis. Now, my mother tongue is French. Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm
Okay.
Ivorian. So that's the language I
Yes.
speak on social media platforms. Yeah.
So
But the language that I speak a lot on a daily basis is Spanish, just because I live in Spain, and that's it. I do everything in
okay.
Spanish. So mhm.
So you often say daily basis. What does mean daily basis?
On a daily basis means every day, right?
Okay, on a daily basis.
Daily like day, and then basis. So on the
Okay.
basis of yeah, on a daily basis, sur une base journalière.
Okay.
That's what it would be literally in French.
I think my actually my problem is I can say lack of vocabularies.
Mhm.
I'm just working on it. This is my trouble. All right.
Right.
So how do you do to get a lot of vocabulary and to get familiar with it?
Oh, well, vocabulary comes from exposure, and especially contextual, contextual learning, I would say. So instead of just going for the terms, I would just listen to something I'm interested in. So I like personal development. I'm into spirituality and 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 knowledge as in general. Anything educational is my thing as in general, and I like discovering new things that I'm not even aware of and familiar with. So I span on a variety of topics, and that's how I learn vocabulary. Now, there are three important steps in vocabulary learning. First, how you learn it. So
Okay.
exposure, you want to learn it in context. That's number one. Number two, you want to take note if possible. Find a way to just keep the word somewhere. In my case, I do it in my phone, in my notes. I have a block note. I have a note in my. We all have these at least one note taking app, right? So you wanna have a list, an extensive list of terms you learn in context, and when you write it down, add the sentence if possible for reference. All right, because
Okay.
contextual
Hmm.
use is very important. That's the second step. And then the last step, you want to set it into practice. So studies have shown that you learn a concept, be it grammar or vocabulary, um, after having practiced it twice, at least twice. And then it's twice after being exposed to it. So you are exposed to the concept, you take notes, and then you find a way to practice it, to use it in context at least twice. That's how you turn passive knowledge, passive linguistic competence into active linguistic competence. And remember that what the vocabulary you use to speak confidently and accurately is from your active vocabulary bank, I would say. If you don't train
Okay.
yourself to automate the use of the terms, you will not be able to use them orally. It's just a brain hack, I would say. Right? You train your brain to use it in the right context, and then it will just happen naturally, mechanically, next time you need to use it. Right?
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah.
Exactly. So remember, it's not just about exposure, because exposure is information. That's what it is. It's like reading 10 books and not paying attention to the details. That would just be exposure to information. You just have a lot of information around, but what is your takeaway? So, how do you make sure that you actually take something away? Well, by taking note and by practicing at least twice and training your brain by doing so to use it orally. So that's basically the thing. You should always think about it in this way. All right, it should be a dynamic process. It's not just exposure. Exposure is step number one. There are three steps after exposure: note taking and practice. So it's funny, but one thing I used to do a lot is just creating context to use a term. I used to do that a lot, right? So in a conversation, I will find a way to just create context to use that new term I've learned the day before, or just a moment before.
Yes.
So imagine you just learned a blessing in disguise. Okay, all right. And while you're talking about anything, any conversation topic, just give me a random conversation topic. Give me a random conversation topic, like a random thing we can discuss. What can we discuss
Okay.
now? Um, Tell me just one topic. Give me one topic or one question. Ask me any question.
Any question?
Hmm. Just say something we can that can be part of a conversation.
Okay. Okay. Let me think. Let me think.
Hmm.
Uh, oh,
No, no, no.
okay.
Don't worry. Anything basic. Yeah.
Uh, uh, can you, would you live in a Django one day?
Okay. Very good. So then, as I'm answering this question, I'll be like, yeah. I mean, that would be a nice experience because being in touch with the nature can be. an inspiring and also educational experience. It teaches you a lot about unexplored truth. You know, there are so many. There's a lot of wisdom that we are not exposed to when we live in the city. So I think it would be worth the you know the it would be worth it for me to just experience it. You know, a day in touch with the nature, out of the noise pollution of the city. And letting the natural sound of animals and insects and the winds talk to me, speak to me. I think that would be a very nice experience. And actually, I think if I just stumbled into the jungle for any reason, uh, and then I happened to spend maybe 2 or 3 days there, and then I come out of there, it would probably be a blessing in disguise, because that would be a thought provoking and beneficial experience, in the sense of being able to step off from my daily routine, so disconnecting and learning more um, from from very basic things, and starting to appreciate, learning to appreciate life in its most basic form. And I think that experience can also teach you gratefulness. They say you start to appreciate the things you have when you lose them. And I think being in the jungle would be a very nice experience in this sense, because it would teach you the value of some of the most basic things you have around you. Your surroundings, the people around you, siblings that care for you, um, having a chance to eat healthy food, uh, finding shelter somewhere, having a house, being free. So your freedom to just go out on a walk, and talk to people, and do this and that. Maybe when you are out of your comfort zone, that can teach you a lot. That can trigger, I would say, um, um, thoughts and existential questions that you can learn a lot from.
Yeah.
So I think finding myself in the jungle would be a blessing in disguise. Bingo! I found a way to use a blessing in disguise in context. That was a long rant. That
Up
was a
here,
long rant. Yeah, yeah.
up here is where somewhere. So is blessing in disguise. What does it mean?
Exactly, exactly. Literally, that would be une bénédiction déguisée, right? That's what it means literally. Now, what it
Uh,
means exactly in French, that's what it means in French. Now, what it means contextually is that it was actually something beneficial you didn't anticipate on. You didn't know it was going to be beneficial, and it turned out to be beneficial. For example, you lose something, but you earn something else, right? So
okay,
somebody
okay.
who loses their job, they are fired, and then, well, as they look for another job, they find a better opportunity, maybe an executive job. That was a blessing disguise. Their
Wow.
dismissal was a blessing in disguise. So you see,
I
you
see.
see how I found a way to use the term in context.
Yes, yes,
That's what you want to do every single time you learn a new word.
yes. Thank you for it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So that's the idea. As long as you can, you try and do it. And you don't need a speaking partner for practice. And I guess you know it. You know it. You've been doing that
Yes,
a
I know
lot.
it.
So yeah, you've
Yes,
been
I know it.
shadowing
Yeah,
and everything. Exactly.
yeah.
So you just need to develop this ability, this tendency to just talk to yourself and create context to use newly acquired vocabulary.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so stick around. Stick around. That will be all for today. That's the end of our conversation. But stick around, and hopefully I have you on another talk. Right?
Yes,
You're in the group chat, right?
yes, I am.
Exactly. So hopefully I have you around on another talk. Stick around whenever I send a link, and we'll get in touch, and get to do a few live activities together. I need people like you to speak and share their experience. So it was nice talking to you, man.
Yes, I really appreciate this. Well, we did. It was a great thing. It has been a pleasure to talk with you today. I didn't expect it, but it's a blessing. It's a blessing disguise. I mean,
In disguise,
thank you.
exactly. Let me just write it for the viewers. A blessing in disguise.
In
You have
disguise.
perfectly applied my advice. You have
Yeah,
perfectly applied my piece of advice.
yeah. Thank
So
you.
that's it. You are a good learner, and that's how you've made it. That's how you've made it
Yeah,
to
I
this
need.
excellent English level.
Yeah, I truly need this kind of conversation. In order to enhance my vocabulary. All right,
Yeah,
my English vocabulary. I mean, yes.
right. That's it. That's great, man. All
Yeah.
right, so let's do it. Let's do it. Always a pleasure to help. Have a nice
Good.
day. Bye for now.
Yeah, little.